कहाँ है आजकल अलाहाबादिया साहब?
Lordships, this is the comedian's matter.
I know.
So, your Lordships, in the last order,
Is there any follow-up observation about their conduct?
We don't have
These youngsters, they promised us that they will now be our rather social engineers and they will work hard. They must have done it. We have no reason to doubt. They must have done some commendable job.
they have filed an affidavit, your Lordships, saying that they have.
Of compliance of para 4 also, Madam Aprajita.
Yes, your Lordships. What they have said is that they have organized a few events with disabled persons, but they don't have our addresses, they don't have our contact details, so they could not contact us. So this is the first affidavit. The second affidavit, which has been filed yesterday, it's the same order. So they have not contacted us, and I really, if they don't want to contact us, if they don't want to interview us, as your Lordships had suggested, that it would set an example for the rest of the people who are suffering from such debilitating disease, that is up to him, Lordships, because your Lordships had left the choice to him to try and persuade us. This gentleman is in no mood to persuade us. He has done his own things. So we are just not, we don't want anything from this gentleman because something was done in very poor taste. I did not ask for any penalty against him, your
No,
Lordship.
ma'am, it's not a question whether you want it or not. It was required of him.
But your Lordships
Yes.
suggested that you should invite them and do it on YouTube or a program. He has done some programs in some on physical locations.
And second, his use of expression disabled person is wrong. It's specially abled person.
Exactly.
That's how our country uses the name. We never say disabled persons. We always say specially abled.
Mr. Chandrachud, who has been representing them.
39. That was in the other matter, your Allahabadi matter, I think that.
Number 6, Samay, Raina. I am appearing yours. Please. I am appearing first on 6 yours. We have filed, complied with the order, Milors. We have certainly we have said that we'd like to approach them. Milors, we will because of the program, we are again going to, because it's a monthly, Milors have given us a direction. In the next following months, Milors, I assure that we will approach them, we will bring them to some.
I'm sorry by this tone, Lordships, they are not obliging anybody. It was your Lordship's order.
If you
They
have that arrogance,
comply
then don't
with
do it.
They are
Don't do it. It is
it's a
not
favor.
necessary.
And on affidavit to say that they don't have the contact details, the lawyer knew me, the lawyer was contacting me. They could, the last time Mr. Radheshwar Singh was here. And in fact, I said that I'm not looking for any monetary compensation. And your Lordships
No,
insisted.
you have been right from the very beginning saying that you don't want even a penny.
Exactly, your Lordships.
It is only we thought that they will show some repentance.
I didn't want to say this, but initially, recently, he started one show. There he kind of mocked the system without naming anyone, of course, Manoj. It can pass on as a fair sarcasm or something. He stated that now at the beginning, I am doing something which I did not do on the last, what is called series. And he hangs the limbu and mirchi. That I didn't start with that earlier. Now I am doing it with that. He didn't name anyone, but it was quite not visible, quite demonstrative what he is hinting at.
And Lordship,
But I didn't want to go into it. But if he has not even contacted them, then this is not a lapse. This is arrogance.
and Lordships, with utmost respect, I can say now we find it distasteful to go for his show because this is the lack of respect. There is no genuine apology. He's just going through the motions, inviting some people at a physical location and doing it. We didn't ask for it, but your lordships told us that, you should engage, and we did it. And this is the way he's treating people who are already suffering so much in life. I don't know what kind of icon he is for the youth.
This you are talking about this Raina.
Samay Raina, lordships, and he's supposed to be a youth icon, and I shudder to think that these are the kind of icons who are presenting this.
No, no, Manoj, our youth has better icons, Manoj. Sometimes, Manoj, we ourselves give
self-styled.
those titles to that I am a youth icon.
They are self-styled. They are like
Self-styled.
there are
Self-styled icons.
so many gurus and so many nowadays this
Influencers, your Lord,
This-
correct?
degrees
And they genuinely believe that they are influencing.
We say something,
You tell us after the last order what have you done?
we have conducted show with especially able people.
Where is the affidavit file?
Compliance.
Huh?
For these 3 months we have filed, even the latest affidavit we have filed, the compliance.
Where is that affidavit?
One affidavit was filed.
Do we have?
No, after 27th November, after 24th April, where is the affidavit?
I am receiving just now. Manoj. Oh, when was this filed?
No, must be. That's
Because yesterday, the latest affidavit we could file only yesterday, because probably it is not before my lords. We have served the copies to the.
It was given to us last night, so I'm sure it's not before this one.
I'm sorry for the delay.
say one of the say we have heard and consulted for the parties briefly. We have no reason to doubt that one of the respondent क्या नाम इसका रैना वैना क्या है वो?
समय रहने.
उसका लिखो that he has taken not only taken the court for a ride, comma, he is in brazen violation of the statements and undertaking stroke statement given before this court. The misconduct is so to be further compounded by making a false statement that an affidavit of compliance was filed yesterday, whereas no such affidavit is on record. Also, subject to the cost of is 10 lakh to be deposited with the registry of this court within 2 weeks. 2 weeks time, comma, 15 days time is granted to file the compliance affidavit. So it is made clear that if the cost is not deposited, pursuit action shall be taken against the person in default. Who is the other fellow and what is their conduct?
Lordships, there were 4 of them.
Your Lordship, I'm appearing for respond number 7 to 10. We had filed the affidavit in January. Your Lordship may have the affidavit. It was filed on 28th January 2026. This is respondent number 7, Vipul Goyal. If Your Lordship will have the affidavit.
Where is that affidavit?
Your Lordship, it was filed, it's on record, it was filed on 28th January 2020.
After January, we are in July.
Your Lordship, we have filed the earlier affidavit also. These are the, we
Why
are
you should
carrying
take
the hard
affidavit
copies
like-
also.
Why affidavit in court? फेंको इसको। नहीं लेना है।
Everyone.
This is not the way to file affidavits.
Your Lordship, this one is on record, the January one. After that, the affidavits which have been filed, these are on record. There's only one affidavit which has been filed yesterday, which is
the
not on
last
record.
Affidavit on record.
Your Lordship may first have this affidavit of January 2026. I'll just
See that affidavit. Which is the last affidavit on record? इनके भी सबके 5 lakh cost each within 2 weeks and then 15 days time.
Your Lordship, may I
And then
just show
wait
the
for the next order.
Your Lordship, may I just show the photos from the affidavit of January that we had invited.
I'm not interested in photos. We are interested in action.
So the photos would show that we had invited all the differently abled people.
If you don't know to mend your ways and you don't know how to respect the court order and how to respect the sentiments of the other very respectable sections of the society, then you must face the consequences.
Miloj, may I please submit something? Miloj, we appear for IPF, sir, for respond number 7 to 10. Miloj, about rupees 9,61,000 have been raised every month. These two shows are being organized, Miloj, and we've been filing affidavits. Only for the last one, Miloj, this affidavit was filed after the quota, therefore it could not come on time.
You have not filed any affidavit after January.
I'll just check on that, Miloj. But 9 lakhs.
Check up. You don't know your own filing?
Miloj,
In the meantime, if I may,
9,61,000 Miloj has been raised, and Miloj about 2 lakhs was deposited with the petitioner Miloj organization.
Nobody is begging before you for the 9 lakh or something.
Intention, Miloj. We are just
9 lakh
taking your
rupees.
lordship's direction, Miloj, for the remaining 7 lakhs rupees that is, Miloj, that was raised, Miloj. We're just seeking your lordship's direction, Miloj, if we can deposit it.
Now you add.
No, Lordship, we don't want their money,
They
Lordship.
don't want a single penny.
We don't want
You
any.
add, you deposit this amount with the registry.
Miloj.
We will release that amount to the poorest sections of the society for fighting their lawful rights
Please.
and for their pre-legal aid.
Please, Miloj. May I just request if your lordships to just have the last affidavit for a moment. I please beg your lordships to consider my affidavit.
Did you invite Mr. Singh's clients to your show?
Miloj, not
You
the
did
clients, but people suffering from.
We are not on that.
This is an ego trip, Your Lordship. This is an ego trip.
The ego problem.
This is ego problem. This is arrogance.
One second.
Miloj,
Our order was very clear.
yes, Miloj.
We said that, and in fact, on your prayer, because
Yes.
this is recorded, they also seek permission from this court to invite the individuals whose brief details have been brought on record by Ms. Singh. So before us, you say that we would like to invite Ms. Singh's clients and express our genuine remorse
Yes.
for the feelings which have been unfairly treated, their treatment.
Miloj.
Now, you make this impression before this court, we record this, then you get some special individuals, you have your show, you get some money, and you say that we want to deposit in their organization. Isn't it it gives them a sense as if you are trying to buy them
No,
out?
no, that is not at all Miloj the intention. I'm so sorry if that
Then you
came
should have, your conduct should have been.
If the
at least-
visibility, if their visibility was something which you had used as your fundamental right to commercial speech, then at least their fundamental right of dignity should be similarly demonstrated through your program, that there has been a
Only
switch.
your fundamental rights are the only written in the Indian Constitution. What about their fundamental rights
We
to
both-
dignity,
we
to a
both-
dignified life?
Miloj, we bow down to that, Miloj. And in fact, Miloj, we would still like to demonstrate, Miloj, our conduct. If
No, your conduct, you wanted to demonstrate in November 25.
every
Then conveniently, the conduct shifted to other convenient individuals and not the individuals who had brought you to court.
of January, your lordships, I have attached photographs. If for a moment your lordships may please.
Now comply with this today's order, then we will see whatever you have to do.
Miloj, every month 2 shows, Miloj, are being organized as per your lordship's preference, Miloj. May I please request?
They have still not understood Your Lordship's order.
Difficulty is, sir, you see everything from the commercial lens,
Exactly.
right?
Miloj,
You have forgotten that after all, your shows deal with sentiments, your shows deal with humor, right? And humor is perhaps the most core and this precious value that every individual had to a right to happiness. And that is what you have lost because of your persuasion of right to material wealth. You're welcome. We welcome that.
In
We have
fact-
nothing against that and your right to commercial speech.
I, Miloj,
But before this court, you give this impression that these persons have been hurt inadvertently, we will bring them on our show and we will also try to assuage their feelings in public. And that is exactly what the very idea of truth and reconciliation is all about.
Please, my lord.
Exactly.
That you have a truth and reconciliation. Yes, I made a mistake. I admit it. I reconcile it. The manner in which I made the mistake. That's not there. What you do, you want to buy out your way from judicial
We're
complexities.
very sorry, my lords, if the impression,
You are-
such impression, my lord, just create.
As an artist, you lead a public life.
Yes, my lords.
And in public life, always remember, respect is an investment.
Yes, my lords.
More you respect the others, you earn for yourself. Instead of that, you start humiliating the others. You want to popularize yourself, you want to commercialize yourself, you want to capitalize yourself by insulting, humiliating, degrading the other. When we make you to realize the mistake, you say, yes, yes, I do understand, I should not have done it. I now, with a view to express my remorse, I will do like that.
My lords,
Lordships, it's fashionable for them to denigrate
And you are
people.
befooling the court also.
no, my lords.
Then,
My lords, we agree, my lords, mistakes have been made, my lord. This was a learning lesson for all of us, my lords.
As Lordships, I'm sorry. Last time I was the one insisting that your Lordships, we don't want any penal
that's
consequences.
right.
But,
Right? Not
but
only last
today,
time, from the very beginning, she said, we are fighting for dignity, not
Yes,
for money.
not for
Not
money,
a single penny they refused.
and Lordship, we didn't take the penal route also. We didn't file any criminal case against that. But here the problem is they come and say something in court and they do just the opposite and then try to say that we could not get their number. I mean, and Lordships, these are accomplished. In fact, your Lordships observed last time, these are accomplished individuals. Somebody is working in Microsoft. This is an organization of mothers who are bringing up their child with all the adversity they are facing. It would have enhanced their show. They would have got, even if, because they only believe in market and audience, so they don't even have the commercial sense to understand that this would have enhanced their show. But this arrogance that I'm not going to bow down, this is what's driving this whole matter.
Your Lordship, may I just make one statement as a court officer and as not really lawyers of respond number 7 to 10? What I am given to understand is that the people with, especially able people were called and the photos have been put on record before this court. However, if there is some, I don't know the reason, but my learned friend, if she's saying that they have not been reached out, it's very unfortunate. And we'll, as court officers, prevail upon our clients to ensure that.
I'm not saying your affidavit says.
Swear upon anyone.
Counsel,
No,
we can't do anything. When we are saying, me or my brother, or my sister, if we are expressing our anguish, it is not against the counsels. Please don't misunderstand.
absolutely not, Your Lordship.
Prevail upon the client
no,
to comply with court's order. They are bound to.
Your Lordship, all I am saying is that if for some reason, Your Lordship, I don't know today what is the reason, but if for some reason, as my learned friend is saying, that that those people were not reached out, then it is extremely unfortunate. And I will ensure that as a lawyer, as a court officer, both, that my client will do the needful. He does not have an option. He has to comply. The only thing is that earlier.
Do anything because of the court's compelling order, it is not a respectful action.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You are not obliging anyone because this is a compulsion now.
I bow down before Your Lordship.
Therefore, you have invited today's order only despite last so many hearings, we have been liberating you, we have been granting liberties, we have been showing extraordinary magnanimity, and we thought that you are very youngsters belonging to very respectable families. We have respect sentiments for your family members, your parents, and everyone. We thought that you will also realize this.
Your Lordship, all I can.
Understand the others' predicament and will do something.
Absolutely. Your Lordship, I follow. All I am saying is that it has not happened out of ego. They said that they did not have the information to reach out to the other person, and that's the only reason. If they would have reached out to me as a counsel, I would have ensured that they would get the information.
We are also under the wrong impression that you don't reach out to them. You run out from
Absolutely.
from the court, and they think that while sitting outside the jurisdiction of this country, as if they are exempted from everything.
I follow, Your Lordship. It's just a lackadaisical approach, which is not appropriate.
Arrogance. It is not
It's
lackadaisical.
not arrogance. Your Lordship may take it. It's not arrogance at all.
Shows their attitude towards the court. They have no respect for the institution. They have no respect for the victims. And to say that in the affidavit, they say that we don't have their contact number. And then for the council to argue that no, he was trying to contact, I don't know what kind of argument is that, Your Lordships. And I have never gone aggressive against.
What have been done is to contact the learned senior
Absolutely.
counsel, assisting counsel, advocate on record. They in half a minute they will give you the number.
We all meet each other every day.
Milords,
Now let them suffer for some.
Milords, I am genuinely apologizing on their behalf. Milords, we will try to make amends. Milords, but there was no arrogance. And in any case, Milords,
If this is not arrogance, then I think we have to change Oxford Dictionary also.
Milords, I'm really sorry, Milords, if it has come to this, Milords, we will, in fact, Milords, I'll personally contact my learned friend and I personally go to her office to get the numbers, Milords, and I assure Milords.
ये सबका common कर दो 5 lakh each.
Obliged.
From our side.
Obliged.
Your Lordship, for
Lord,
seven.
only to end on a happy note. Lord, 15 days back, I was in Ahmedabad. Lord, there was a book release function of a humorist who is, Lord, writing humor since 55 years without using politics, politicians, or any vulgarity. So I just generally said that it is really amazing that in the era where there are stand-up comedians and reels and multiplicity of humor, you are still surviving since 55 years. And his answer was really enlightening. He said, Tushar, I am a humorist. The humor is always perennial. Comedy is always transient.
Very good.
I am a humorist, not a comedian.
Learned SG himself has written a book on court humor. And
No, that's another thing. But it's very difficult to survive without vulgarity or without involving politics.
This transience is what is the right answer.
Your Lordship, one last submission is that considering all differently able people were called for and those photos have been placed on record, if the cost may not be imposed because it is not out of ego or arrogance, because there's no place for that for us.
Cost will have to be imposed. Cost is because of the non-compliance of the court order.
Your Lordship,
Affidavit of compliance filed, nothing is done last 3 dates because they think that now Supreme Court might have forgotten. They don't know how the courts are unpredictable.
Your Lordship, that's not the intention.
One hearing, if you are extreme lenient, one should encash that opportunity.
Absolutely.
We gave the opportunity. Unfortunately, your check has bounced. There is nothing like encashment and bounce back.
Your Lordship, we have filed the affidavit. It's just that it was not filed on time. Yes, but it has been filed. We have the diary number. It's not on record, but we are carrying the prints.
हो गया अब 3 लाख पर सौ कर दीजिए हो गया डिस्काउंट इतना now up within 2 weeks file affidavit, otherwise we will add 1 0 simply next time.
Lordships, there was another request that which we had made and your Lordships had passed an order that these are the persons with spinal muscular disorder and it falls in the category of rare disease. So your Lordships in your order had directed that the union may consider, because on an average, each person requires 55 lakhs annually for treatment. So we had requested your Lordships and your Lordships had directed the union to assign some amount from the CSR funds to these individuals because
Probably the suggestion was to create a corpus item.
yes, your Lordships.
No, there is a petition, separate petition pending on that issue. My colleague Malod is appearing in. He would be more conversant with because this is an issue. Small children sometimes, Malod, they need medical expenditure of say 16 crores in a year or something. So what to do?
That's a one-time dose. Lordships, that's a preventive dose.
It's a rare disease.
It's a rare disease.
Yes,
Relates
it's
There
rare
is something
disease
being
for
worked out,
medication.
and my colleague is appearing.
the rarest.
There is a
of
separate petition pending.
So, Lordships, the 16 crore is that, in fact, this is the genesis of the matter where he made fun of that if a child is given a vaccination, which is worth 16 crores, before the child crosses 6 months, then this disease can be arrested at that very stage. So that's a one-time vaccination. So that's a separate issue which the learned SG is talking about. But this, apart from that, that if you are actually in the disease, it's every year around 50 lakhs, which the parents, the mothers, they are trying to, Lordship, in any which way possible, they're trying to arrange funds. There are some hospitals who give them free services, the regular checkups, and then they tell them to just pay for the medicines. So I'm just requesting the learned SG's office, if he could use his good offices.
I will not understand the problem sometimes for people with no, and even people with good income also. 55 lakhs in a year, you reach a choice where either you spend money or you give up hope for your child. It's a very, very difficult situation. I believe something is happening. I'll talk to my colleague.
Because
I will
we
find.
recollect, we said that diverting government funds will not be easy. Reason is because then state will have to act in a non-discriminatory manner for every kind of, for every
Correct,
disease.
correct.
State can't say for this particular we can provide fund, for this we will not be able to provide. So we thought that there let it be some society.
Scheme or something where some
Lordships, there's a national policy.
Some other donations, some genuine persons who are in a position to help, and then they can create, if the corpus is created, some running in interest part, and then it can address the issue. So just examine from this.
I shall do that. I shall.
Then next, after 2 weeks time, we are taking up.
Lordship.
On that day, we'll consider.
I'm grateful, Your Lordship.
Your Lordship, just one last submission for your consideration. The affidavit which I filed in January of 2026, it would just a fair submission in that I had recorded specifically that I don't have the details of the petitioner. So if the petitioner can provide me the details, this affidavit was served upon the petitioner in January. She's read this affidavit.
Difficult to get details. So you are
I'm just
compounding your problem.
When you say like this.
All I'm saying is that I'm just trying to show my bona fides that it was not mala fide.
In fact, that's the problem.
In this line.
The more you speak, the more the subterfuge comes out.
Your Lordship, I'll bow down.
Lordship, I finally say what an honor it is to appear before my learned colleague.
We'll take up after 2 weeks now.
Please, Your Lordship. Oblige to Your Lordship.
Item 40.
Lord, this is that acid attack, Vicky Manoj. Lord, now